You're right. It is time. It's been a little while, namely because I was not here. Welcome, welcome. Hope you guys have been doing pretty well. I know I've been doing pretty good. You did make it. You're the first one. You're not late this time. Because I saw you getting chastised for being a bit late earlier. I might have been quiet, but I was there. Oh no. Do you have anything to take for that? Like, even if it's just over the counter stuff for it? Because goodness knows that they help me quite a bit if I take something for it. I'm on stuff for it now. You might want to get some. Like, I take just a 24-hour over the counter, and I take it in the evening so I don't wake up clogged, but if you had something like that, that would help quite a bit. Might be worth picking some up maybe tomorrow before you go to work. I do not know. How long do you take it? Because some of it's a little bit of system buildup you have to do. You could also need the other histamine blockers, which is an option as well. So, because there's histamine 1 and histamine 2 blockers. I have to take both. Maybe you're taking the wrong one. There's different types. There's different types of allergy medications. We can look into it later. But anyways, other than the allergies, how are you doing? It might just be you for a bit. But that is A-okay. Hopefully you're doing okay. Might have to perform it. We can look some stuff up later. Good, I'm glad. I finally remembered to bring gummy worms with me, so I can eat a worm when we find a worm. Yes, I did go get sushi. I'm not hiding it, 'cause that's my dinner, and then I have my worms. Yeah, I got worms. I got my gummy worms, so I can eat them when I kill a worm. Or when I feel like eating one. Anyways, since we are building today, a worm for a worm, yes. Since we're building today, I figured that we should do... They are very stretchy. I did not realize they were so stretchy because the ones I ate earlier, I just ate. I didn't stretch them. So we're going to look at a very small passage today. I'm trying to tie some things in with what we're doing today, and we are looking at building. Because everybody's like, oh, I want to see you build. So I don't know how interesting things will be. I'll try to keep people talking, but we'll see how things go. So we're going to talk about this specific passage, the specific section of verses here. Now you find them in Matthew 7. We're going to talk about 24 to 27. And this is a section of passages where Jesus is talking about various lessons, I suppose. Some of these you've heard before, if you've grown up in the church. If not, feel free to ask, but we're just going to focus on this one today, the wise and the foolish builders. Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on a rock. The rain came down, the streams rose, the winds blew and beat against the house, yet it did not fall, because it had its foundation on the rock. But everyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on sand. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house, and it fell with a great crash. So it's a very short section, and it's a very common section that's taught to kids. And it's not a big, it's a lesson that everybody can get through. We teach it to kids pretty commonly. And there's a little song that I learned as a kid that came with actions, and it makes things very easy to remember with this story. I'll only sing it if, there's request for it. But it basically just tells the story that the wise man, he built his house with a foundation, and it survived the storm. The foolish man built his house on sand, and it did not weather the storm. And that's a metaphor for how things are in life. With how, if you do not have a solid foundation for your life, solid foundation of beliefs, not just a house foundation, that if you do not have the solid foundation, your life will crumble. You will not have the support you need to continue. A fun little anecdote. We've been looking at the house foundation. That's not the point. I can actually explain why house foundation is so important. So before we moved, my family has been kind of looking at houses for 10 years. We didn't love where we were situated, but we weren't in any rush to move, right? And my family, I didn't go to all these houses, but we, a few years ago, we're coming up on 4 years now? I think this November it'll be it'll be our 4th year here, or something along those lines. We did not realize that we had to put solid foundation and supports on our wish list for a house. I do not know how many houses we went to that either had no support beams or cracking foundations. There was one house we went to that we can't find on anything anymore. Some websites will track, oh yeah, this was sold this day and it went up on the market again at this day. We can't find it. It had some it had some questionable design choices, like a sunken tub, which I can kind of understand. Sunken tub is fine in and of itself to a degree. I think it is an abomination. It's like floor's here, tub is here, and it's yeah, I don't like them. They just, something about them ain't right. Just an eye level with one on the wall. That's fine. But that house, not only did they have a very strange floor plan with 2 ways to get to the basement, but the 2 base parts of the basement were completely, one was a living space and one was storage. You could look in the storage space underneath what had been the garage, and you wouldn't see, there was no supports. They had cut them. That room that was there was genuinely like this. In addition to that, we found lack of supports.
Shut up and take my money.
They did. They had cut the supports. I don't know if any of you guys watch. Hi, Solomon, by the way. I don't know if you guys watch building shows, but they have, like, underneath your plywood, typically, if you are building a house from scratch, you have foundation, you have all that stuff, but if you're building from, like, with the plywood, you have the frame, and then you have crossbars to make sure that your flooring is stable. And then you have the plywood, which goes on top, and if you don't have enough air, it gets all creaky. That's a different story. They had cut the supports. In addition to that, they had put an addition to the back of the house. So the bedroom windows and the bathroom window were looking out into another living space because it was just added. But that space did not have foundation. They had just put wood on the ground. I don't know if it was even leveled, but we could see water damage coming from the bottom and the top, and from the roof and the floor. And it wasn't even. There were so many houses. This is just one house. All of this is in one house. Yeah. All of this was just one house. We saw so many houses where if you put a ball down, it will roll on the floor. Now, this table's not a great example, but... And I don't mean, like, just a little bit. Now, the agent we were working with and myself struggle with the good old vertigo, which comes with basically dizziness you can't explain. So both of us could tell as soon as it was like this. One house they went to, my dad and this woman stood on opposite ends of the room, and they were eye level. And she was a good at least 5 inches shorter than he was. For those of you that don't know, it's probably about this much. They were eye level. My dad is 6 foot. Actually, she might have been shorter, but, like, they were eye level. That's so bad. That is so bad. So then, we go back to our passage. Can you guys tell me how stable sand is? Is sand stable? Like, if you try to walk across sand, do you have issues? Yes, so like at least they had. Oh, that's the first thing you say? That's the first thing you say? Nothing about the house nightmares we saw? Now, I like sand in certain scenarios. It makes a terrible foundation. If you have tried to build anything on the beach, it's not great. And if you're building a sandcastle, what do you need to do? You need to get it a little bit wet. You need to you need to make mud. Well, it's not quite mud, but you need to make wet sand so that it has any sort of structure. You try and build with dry sand, and you will get nothing. You will get a pile. That too. There's a fine line between too much and too little for water when you building sandcastles and stuff. And this kind of shows the importance of a foundation. Because if you don't have a foundation, your life will be a lot harder. You'll be constantly trying to fix things. You'll be constantly trying, and maybe not even necessarily knowing why. I have not lived in a house with a terrible foundation. That is one thing that my family's always been pretty good about. But it is also something that I notice now. When we were going to houses, oftentimes we brought the dog. So I would go in and I would like run through the house pretty quickly, and then I'd go back outside to sit with Piper. I will in a sec after this story. And there was one house where I went down and there was like really a pretty good sized support that was supposedly in the middle of the house. I will get to that when I'm done with the story. The coffee's not happening. Not only was this support cracked, I think there was about this much space between this, like the big, it was like a big tree. You're okay. You're okay. I think there was about a gap between like this, between the floor and and there was supposedly another one that just didn't even get anywhere close. So I walked out and said, no. Foundations are very important because whatever you build on it relies on it to stay stable. That's why it's the first thing that builders make. That's why it's what they start with. Now, not every house has a basement, because then that makes other things awkward. It's usually poured concrete. But you need a foundation. But there's more to it than just making a foundation. You have to make sure that it's deep enough. You have to make sure the ground around it can hold the foundation. Don't build in a floodplain. Like, there's a whole lot of things that go into building a firm foundation for a house, so that the house isn't going to collapse. There are multiple components in building a house, including the proper spacing for your joists and all that. But if you don't have a good foundation, your whole house is going to eventually fall for one reason or another. And the same thing is true about your life. Exactly. If your foundation is slightly off, your walls may not line up, you might have a tilted floor, you might have a windstorm knocks your whole thing down, you might have leakage, which then makes the foundation weak, which then cracks it, which then causes other issues. Like, there's so much that comes from it if you do not have a strong foundation. But the same is true with life. If you do not have a solid foundation to fall back on, sometimes it could be. My eyesight's a little uneven, and I have an eye doctor appointment next week, so we'll see how bad my eyes got. I think they're probably going to up my prescription. I don't wear these all the time, but they'll probably up it. I think. I don't know. Might want me to wear them more. My dad donated his... I promise this is related. My dad donated his liver to one of our longest friends. And they nearly lost him during the surgery. There was a mistake. Not my dad. They nearly lost our friend. My dad was okay. We nearly lost him. And I don't know where I know where I'm going with this, but I don't know how to get from point A to point B here. When in the waiting room, my mom and our friend, like his wife, they were calm. compared to other people in the waiting rooms that were anxious messes or pacing, or I don't know, I wasn't there. I was pacing at home, and I walked around with a plushie all day because I was stressed. Like, I'm surprised I slept the night before because I was so anxious. I was not medicated at the time. But I don't know if the doctor said this or my mum mentioned this. But they said you can always tell who's a Christian in the waiting room because they have peace. And it's just one thing that you can fall back on when things get tough. You like to have a safe place. And usually home is a safe place. Unless you have a bad foundation, in which case it's not. So it's the same thing with your life and your faith and all of that fun stuff that comes along with it. I used to be I still am, a pretty anxious person. But I've learned methods over my years to manage to calm myself down. And one of them is praying. Sometimes mid-tears. Now, don't get me wrong, the medication helps. It helps quite a bit. I'm actually able to calm myself down a lot of the time. Sometimes I can't. I have a very low dose because I don't need a higher dose. But if you don't have this foundation, if you don't have something to fall back on, something that you know is going to support you no matter what happens. Unless you did it before or after we were playing the game, I can't help you. You didn't do it while we were chatting. But unless you have something to fall back on, a safe place, a crash landing zone, it makes things harder. I know Tactless there. I'm not going to go into it. He had a rough moment. And he fell back on me. And I helped him through it, and I prayed with him, and I did all this stuff. And he was doing better. Praying with people helps. Sometimes all you just need to go is, God help. But knowing that there's someone bigger, something stronger than you, that you don't need to handle this alone, makes a world of difference. I'm not entirely happy with where my life is right now. But I know God's got a plan for me. He'll put me in the right place at the right time. I just gotta trust him. I have shelter. I have food. I have friends. I have stuff to do. I have a job, even if it isn't my favorite. So, exactly, like, having all of this is important. Just like having a foundation is important. Just like having, all of this is important. But if you don't have the foundation, it is a lot harder to manage your life. Sorry, that's got a little heavy there with certain topics. It's exactly. It is. I would say so. I would agree. Because if you don't have a support system, it makes life harder. I have a very strong support system, and I can't say the same about all of my friends. Yeah. Well, some of this stuff is a little more personal than others. Like, Oh gosh. It's been 11 years since my dad donated his liver. We're coming up on 12. The sushi. It's... I have a very strong support system. Do I rely on it enough? Probably not. I am chronically... I'm gonna handle all my problems. I'm gonna pick up all my problems and other people's problems, and I'm not gonna put them down. And that's a problem. But yeah, it's hard to learn how to do all that stuff sometimes. But it doesn't mean that things won't work out. Alright. Reward. I just opened the game! Goodness me. No game for me, I guess. Try a yoga pose from Google. Do I have to? I'm pretty comfortable. Ois. Yoga ois. Let's see if I can find any sitting ones. Sorry, my bad. Chair yoga ois. I'm not sure that would work. Anyways, give me a moment. I'm gonna do the fold one. I'm just gonna have to take the headset off. So if you do any more alerts, I'm not gonna see them immediately. You can spam coffee alerts. They're not gonna work. It's like the one thing I will not do. It also upsets my stomach and makes me shake. So I've been adding a few mods. Some of them will make my life harder. Later. Some of them will make my life... none of them will make my life easier. The fancy lighting one, I'm really looking forward to playing around with. Oh no. Let's... As you can see, we have a, solidly meh house. And I'm going to spend a good chunk of today organizing and building a little bit more. Let me just clear out stuff. Wood. kind of want to use Navy Stone for the base, but I don't.
Waluigi time.
Yeah. I think I want to use Navy Stone for the base, just because that's a pretty cool color. Just see. Yeah. Oh, perfect. Oh, these look so pretty. For those of you unsure, this is my second favorite color. What songs do you have in your head, bud? So I might have to anyways, I might have to go down and get more Navy Stone eventually. I'm not gonna do the same relic haul that I did on Snack in My World that we're doing right now at home. I'm waiting, I'm waiting. Mm-mm. Tis bug time. I'm going to... Oh, that's good. Now, where did I think I have a... Yeah. Skipping more than just ads. Did I get rid of my axe? There it is. Do you have the money to sushi? I think that's the best question. Do you have the money for it? Gummy chicken nightcrawler. Then I say go for it. Gummy worm. It's not a gummy worm. One of these days I could also... Gummy worm. It's just a normal worm, but we can play with the gummy worm today. I'm getting a lot of star drops. Probably not that many, because I'm not underground today. There we go. I was wondering why everything was... Oh, heck yes! We love discounts. Alright, so... I am going to expand the village out this way. So I can... I think this is a pretty big arena. I might go up with it later. But I'm gonna move the village over a little bit that way, to our right. Then we can build it up, because there's a lot of NPCs in Calamity. I don't know if I can see them all. Like, these are the ones I have available. Oh, where is... Where is Calvin? I think he's behind the zoologist. Oh, that's awesome. We love to see it. Yeah, I'm gonna move the villagers out this way. And then I'm going to... should I keep both relics out? Because this is, one of these is like a master mode relic, and one of these is the harder relic. So, like, the purple ones are the Infernum relics, and these are the master relics. We're getting counting gummy worms that get killed, so should I go up and kill that one that I saw out here? Okay, that's 2 more. I killed 2. Okay. So that'll double the amount of space. That is A-okay. I don't mind the lurking. I lurked on yours. Gummy swarm. We're at 3 worm. I'm very good at doing that. And so is Pilo. Ruler. You can thank Sneck for telling me there was a ruler. Because I just would measure with myself. Yeah, the ruler is very nice. Four worm. 5 worm. Three still isn't enough. When I was at camp for a summer, I would scare people because I walked so silently and quickly that I was just suddenly behind people. I also do the tippy toe walk, but if you ask my mother, it doesn't mean anything. But it also doesn't help that, when I was younger, my dad used to... Another worm. I think we're at 6 worm now. When I was younger, my dad did shift work. So I had to be quiet. I tried to get diagnosed. They told me I was fine. Worm. You can have your chair back now. Oh my goodness, where did these worms come from? Six, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13. We're at 13 worms. Wow, I can't believe Pilo's messaging through the account I'm on right now. We are going to move... Oh, the angler moved in. That is okay. Sorry, Oracle, I am stealing your house. Green candy cane block.
The kitty is safe.
Don't worry, we're just moving the kitty, don't worry. Actually, we'll put the kitty with the painter for now. No foundation. Where's my hammer? It's not Bam Bam! That is the weapon. That would be why I cannot find it. This is why we're going to be organizing, because I can't find anything I'm looking for. When I'm building in Minecraft, I usually do something like a foundation, but it's more for, like, building shape. Yeah, the foundations I build is mostly just for building shape. And I have made floating houses. I've made a few interesting things. Bug song. Sorry, that piece exploded a little bit. A reward wheel. A 60-second break from what? From streaming, do I go for a walk? Like... breathing? I might be able to hold my breath for a minute. Oh, not quite a minute. Almost. Got about 50 seconds. Don't do that. Almost 50. Almost a minute. I gotta work back up to it. I don't have much in my head right now. It's mostly just quiet. Other than me enjoying the music that's playing. I usually do as well, but when I'm listening to something else, it tends to make them a little quieter. Are you safe from her right now? Oh, wait. Yeah, I was gonna say. Heck. That's your new house. They're slightly bigger. Hang on a sec. Ass basic.
Might need my sweater. I will put it on my lap. We'll see see if that's enough. Are the cool bugs I caught not good enough for you?
I know you mean an actual cool bug, like, not a digital cool bug. Don't worry, I know what you mean. Is the weather supposed to be bad? Oh dear. No, we want to keep the Navy Stone. The rest of it we keep. That's not good.
It is not enough because it is blowing on my arms. Okay.
This should be enough.
I eat.
I wouldn't know what you have.
smooth navy stone, I think.
Do any of those sound good to you?
I'll probably make this into another house, and then I'll make my stuff over here. And I'll leave that side for relics. The next one we'll get to is the crab.
Well, I mean, if you feel vitamin water, go for vitamin water. Like, don't restrict yourself.
These are 3 by 4. 3, 3. Three, 3, 3. Okay. That'll be the next one. Hopefully I haven't left it enough space.
It doesn't sound very fun. Ooh, ice cream. Just have yourself a little bit. Like, don't do too much about it then. Oh, that was definitely a good pick. It was a very good pick. I'm gonna go grab some more Navy Stone while... I'll tell you what, Snack. Don't cut yourself entirely off of it. Just do less. Because if you cut yourself off entirely, you find it very difficult to stick to it.
Oh shoot. I forgot to put that artifact thing on me. Where is it? Now we go get more Navy Stone. Now that I can breathe underwater to a degree. That's a good way to go about it. Cutting out sugary drinks would be a major part of it. There's a reason why I'd usually do water flavoring. Hello! Give your grandma a big hug for me, okay? That's another worm. I think we're at what? I think that's 14 worms. Worms. All the worms. Yeah, it was 14. And don't worry, we can chat after, but I'm glad you did make it for at least a little bit. Two of them. You're really letting loose today. Not that that's a bad thing. You need to treat yourself every now and again. They're getting out of hand. Now there are two of them. Yes. We are in the Wasser. Because I am getting the pretty navy stone because it's very pretty. I'll try to get some more exciting stuff done, but you guys did want to see me build, so you are watching me build and get supplies today. It'll be a little more of a chill stream. I may still try and go attack Grabulon. Oh dear. I thought you said the weather was fine! I'll get up to 200 Navy Stone and then I'll head back and see where that gets us. Also might be worth going to go find the we have corruption in this world? Yeah. The... whatever... the purple ore I can get the marginally better pickaxe. Okay. Just put it back into smooth. Oh, I do not like how that looks. Alright. Winner! Gagnon! He does not have that though, because he is in the United States. That's the thing that I found. So I was in the States last week. And so up here in Canada we have, you know, it's a two-language thing. It's a bilingual country. Most likely you're going to find like French and English. But due to how laws work, we have to have French and English. Like, we have to have both of them, right? It is so weird when we're driving and I see only one sign, not one and then another, with one being English and one being French. Also, guys, please remind me to move, because if you don't, I will sit in the same position for hours. Like, I'm moving right now. I'm okay. But if... I'm moving now! I'm moving now! If you don't remind me, I will forget. And then I will... have a hard time walking after. Very ill-advised. I did ask Pilo to put in a move redeem. But we'll get on that when we get there. I'm not on a huge rush for that. Oh, traveling merchant, what have you got, my guy? It is okay. Do I have a stopwatch yet? Wrong one. I don't. We buy. We need that. Where did the pen go? Seriously, where did it go? There it is. Stopwatch. This is found here. Nymph. That's fish. Desert fish. Okay. Yeah. So we are well on our way for getting the cell phone. I'm familiar. I haven't worked in a gas station, but I'm familiar with them getting angry quickly. Yeah, mostly what we're waiting on now is various traveling merchants for tally counter, life form, DPS. I need to find a nymph. I need to do some fishing. I need to visit the underground desert, and I need to fish in the lava. You know how it is. else do you have? A star pin? And a chef. Well, you have the dynasty wood. I'm gonna have to pass on the dynasty wood. I love the dynasty wood set. Yeah. The Ankh Shield is annoying. Especially when you have dungeons like the one that Sneck and I got, where the area where this thing spawn is like so very, very tiny that you may as well not even find them. Terra Spark's not too bad compared to the Ankh Shield, from what I've noticed. Because technically all that stuff you can find pre-Wall of Flesh. For Terra Spark. That's why I think Ankh Shield is worse. Is it annoying? Yes, but it is technically possible before Wall of Flesh. Yeah, so like both of those can be obtained, and I find them not to be that terrible, especially when you put it next to the Ankh Shield that's so finicky to try and get. Yeah. Like, Zenith is 100% post-game. Not in this mode, considering... Yeah, how many bosses after Moonlord? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15? What's part of the Zenith again? I'm not even going for it in this playthrough though, so... Forgot the Exomechs were after Yaron. I know like 3 off the top of my head that you need for Zenith. And that's just because we have them in our little thing. That being Copper Short Sword. Like, which you start with, and then the true Night's Edge and the true Excalibur. That's... I think you need the Meowmere for it, but I don't remember most of this stuff. For context, to those of you that don't know, the Zenith is a melee weapon that fuses, I think it's 8 swords? Like, a bunch of the other swords have, you need multiple swords to make them. And then the Zenith takes, like, a bunch of swords and then puts them basically on a string. Hang on, let me... Like, you need the Terra Blade for it, but it basically puts the swords on a string. Hydrate. Beekeeper. The Terra Blade used to be... I just moved! Yeah. The enchanted sword's not yeah. Now the zenith is a really cool weapon. Here, let me. It attaches them to a string and then you throw them around. Very cool. Meowmere is a Moonlord drop. Yeah. So, like, you need to be the Moonlord. At least twice. If you're lucky. Because I don't think he drops them both at the same time. The Star Fury is something you can both craft and find in the world. I think you can craft it, though. I think you can craft Star Fury. And if not, there's a mod for that, because I'm sure I've seen it. Ooh, prism torches. Let me check. No. But I think there is a mod that you can have it make it be craftable. Because I seem to remember seeing something when I've been browsing. Okie dokie. Let's put the ruler back on. Sushi's here. 14 worms. Actually, no, I wanted 3 down. I'm not eating 14 gummies. That is too many gummies for me. Don't think I could. As funny of a joke that is, I don't think I could. I will eat 1 gummy worm. That one. We have this one. Pause it. Oops. It is not going to be as pretty as the one at home, because I am using the chests I have. No!
What you get? I don't want to eat the crunchy part. All right.
Well, pretty good. I'm moving stuff around now. And then we get to start the fun game of organizing it all. Yeah, he wasabi'd himself. Pro tip, don't do that. Pause it. Water chest. Where did I stick the mushroom one? Give me that. Yeah, it's not like I watched you do it at a restaurant one time. And laughed about it. The thing with wasabi is, we actually don't have wasabi. They use horseradish for it over here. So it's never going to be quite the same. Sure. I don't know if you want to send it to me or if you want to send it in, like, Discord and we can get chat to look at it. Like, I don't... well, what are you looking for with that? Oh, just me? Okay. Yeah, you can send it. I can pause to take a look at it.
'Tis not a big deal.
Those out. Let me take a look at this.
go. There's my input. Reverse osmosis water is a scam. That's what that is. It's much better than what you have. I gave you the one thing I would change personally, but like it's an up to you thing. It is. But basically it just means there's like it's as pure water as you're gonna get, but it really doesn't give you that much of a difference. Unfortunately. Alright. 2 more platforms. Plate piping. Oops. Green candy cane block. Someone's playing Darkest Dungeon. Sulfur sand. Oh, I have more chests. Good to know. Eutropic sand. Yes, it does. Beep, 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 beep. Yes, it would. Mushroom, granite. Mud. Sand. More sand. More chests. It's fine. I'll put a second layer down there. Okay. There's nothing in that one. That one's that. It's this. Beep, beep, beep.
Beep, 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 beep.
Beep, 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 beep. Oh, move. I don't know. But I generally sit upright. My posture's generally pretty good. Oh man, I'm missing the wings from the other playthrough.
Oop. Alright. If you put the basic blocks in here, we do love the wings. Lead brick, mahogany, beep 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 beep. I'm gonna leave that one. So I want potions, and I want... I'm just gonna do that. I'll put them in the mushroom chest for now. Maybe not the mushroom chest, put it in this one for now. Okay, and we'll put the other chests in there as well. So I want the ores and bars. Very close. I have completely skipped copper. I see. Copper. Obsidian just should not be in there. Oh, I have 10, I guess. 10. Then lead, then tungsten, then silver, then gold. And then demonite. Oh, I already have demonite. And go this with... Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, that's always how it goes, isn't it? Alright, so then I'm gonna want 5 high. They always know the worst times. It's like when my, when my grandparents call my mom. It's always at inopportune moments, like when my mom's trying to leave the house. It's a little bit funny. Yeah, I think it's a family thing. did I end up putting the bench? There it is. Workbench. Anvil. Furnace. And the heavy workbench that I don't really use, but... Alright. There's that. A stretch. Snacky time. Should I have a worm or some more sushi? Uh-oh. I'm just gonna stay inside the house. Alright. I will open up my other sushi. We're just gonna stay inside. I don't feel like killing the king slime.
Because he's mean. Very mean to me.
At least we get some music variety while I'm house building. This one fell apart. Chopsticks tier list. You mean out of the people I've seen use chopsticks? I mean, out of the IRL friend group, it'd be me, then Tactless, then Dylan, and then I think we know the other two, though one of them is more of a literal physical issue that with it, and the other one is just skill issue. Yes, but see, the thing is, I think he does that mostly to spite you.
especially when you compare it to the other two people in the group, one of which who genuinely can't because of tremors, and the other one who has... I don't know how to explain the issues he has. Alright, we may need to make it bigger, but this is what we're going to start with for now.
Is it the samples we make the torches?
I think so. Maybe? Put the navy stone and stuff back in there. That in there as well.
House pieces.
Man, why is it so hard to get the guide back? Not happening. He is not. I'm not doing that to him yet. We need to swim to fishing. The voodoo demons are... Oh no. often do you want me moving? Goodness me. Give me a sec. Yeah, regularly. I don't know how... It feels like you're doing it every 20 minutes. If even that. No, don't worry. I appreciate it, but I do... It does feel like it's only been like 5 minutes since I repositioned. Why is my sushi exploding? Heck yeah. Oh wait, no, it's the prism shards. And I pressed the wrong button. Anyways, all that stuff ended up in the trash. Oops. Do this. Potions. Shinies. Food. Beep, 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 beep. And that, we'll put the loom down. I don't use that, but we'll put that down just so it's out of my way. And glow seeds. Vata leaf. Mushroom. Mushroom. Do that. I don't think I'm gonna bother. I'll just make 2 assorted weapons chests. And this one we're gonna name it as books. Bless me. Don't plan on playing with traps or statues, so I can toss those. Thank you. Toss that.
bucks. Let's do lights. Empty my ammo in there. I gotta go find where I put the other ones. Book. Oh wait, that's an accessory. Suspicious eye, medallion, those.
Do, 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 do.
Suspicious eye. Worm. Out of these, it's this one first, that one. Oh, I found more light. Trash that. Nature. I'm sorry, this is not the most of riveting gameplays. It is what was asked for, though. You are free to ask me any questions as well while I'm doing this. And oh look, the accessories chest. I will make cat-sized hamster or hamster-sized cat. Probably a hamster-sized cat. But that's only if I didn't have my dog. The trouble is, I do think Piper would try to eat the hamster-sized cat. And I'd have to be really careful of not losing the hamster-sized cat, but I think that is what I would prefer. We don't know. Accessories, pop that in. That's vanity. That's armor. Overalls, silver. I'll have to come back through this. Beep, beep, bup, bup. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba.
Oh, baby. Poor thing. Oh. What a poor baby. Banner, those go in. This goes in lights. Oh. I don't think I blame her, though. In tools, we can put this stuff. Well, that's because they're bigger than her and she knows what to do with those. This one. Desk mats. Bug net goes in tools. This is some random head armor I found. Summoner weapons sorted. Give me all that. Chest armor, chest armor, chest armor. Most of that's vanity, that's lore. A hook. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, I have a metal detector. Whoops. I don't have to go find a metal detector. I didn't check it off earlier. Okay, but like, I feel like you'd brush her very gently compared to probably some other people. So, like, I don't think she'd mind it if you did it. Oh, wait, that's another head armor. That's a leg armor. Them's fishy stuff. Where'd the other fish stuff go? Bug. Summoner. Put all them croak staffs in there, apparently. Bizarre. Garbage.
plating. Rusted pipes. Books. This goes in there, those go in there. I mean, if you don't need to eat when you get home, don't eat when you get home. Rope, money trough. Put that in there. Yes, please continue to drink water. 'Tis importante. Normal potions. A marigold. Okay, we'll keep this one. A sippy for me. I can take a sippy. Bro, why did you open the door? Shreemering. Get rid of the mace. Rid of that. Rid of that. Keep the shopper's. Get rid of the bow. Get rid of those. Better. Yeah, we better Stormjaw. Murderous gets put in there. Keen gets deleted. Spear gets deleted. Ice Boomerang. Knife Staff Abigail. Wand of Sparking can go bye-bye. We'll keep the Finch Staff. Keep the Squirrel Staff. Delete, delete, delete. I'm not dealing with the whoopee cushions. Oops. That goes in there. This goes in the lore pile. In order. These be nature. This be wall. This be miscellaneous. This be garbage. That adept. Potions, shinies, food, summoner weapons, sorted weapons, head armor, chest armor, leg armor, accessories. These go in miscellaneous. Goes in tools. Star statue will keep. This is material. Nature, 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 nature. Where did I put food? Food is up here. Food. That in there. Music box. We'll put on the table. Do mushroom. Alright, that looks much more organized now. I can actually find stuff. Okay. That's that. Let's see, do I have any actually decent vanity? Okay. Let's go through. We need that, this, 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 this. Should have, what, 5? Yep. These I'll put in the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Arcane. I need 1. Move! I swear, it's like every 20 minutes. I moved. Happy now? Warding. Warding's good. What else have we got? Arcane. Not useful. Precise. What are you doing in there? You're a vanity item. Get in there. Oh, I know it was only you the one time. I'm being silly about it. Did I grab a compass? I did. So, garbage, garbage. Magiluminescence, I only have 1 of. This I have 1 of. This I have 1 of. This I each have 1 of. This I have 1 of. This I have 1 of. Salad good. Trash that. Trash that. Is your sitting normally not sitting at all? Oh boy. Oh, you are sitting, okay. Cloud in the bottle. No! Ha ha ha. Precise wording, which is infinitely better. My NPCs are going to die. Those are both okay. We can buy new NPCs later. I did! What is up there? Blood orb!
What is that?
What is this? What the heck? Turn my ruler off. Richard Ham, the shady salesman? The concoction? The sandwich? 5% increased damage for every alcohol you're affected by. Rage bait. Trusty old rod. Gluttony blender. Urn of Avarice. Offer your treasures to the urn and your avarice may at last be satiated. Fish stocks? They'll may either love you or hate you, you'll never know until they open it. You know what? I will buy some of this stuff for the funnies. I don't trust them either. Like, this one in particular, I don't trust this. Why does this hog have boss? Why does the horrible hog have boss sounds? I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm getting more money, but also... what the heck is going on? Honestly, this seems mostly like... The drops seem mostly RNG stuff. Like, you have a chance of something good happening, but you also have a chance of, like, something really bad happening. Like, I'll test this, urn, but I don't think I'm gonna get anything good from it. Oh, there's another hog. What is he doing? What are you doing? Disgusting meat. Why? When I took a look at it, once I'm done fighting, I'll show you what the disgusting meat does. Oh my goodness. Blood Moon's almost done, I think. Richard Ham, the shady salesman, has departed. Okay, what's the urn do? I bought it mostly because they thought it was funny. I see. Anyways, the disgusting meat will remove health and mana upgrades. And rage and adrenaline upgrades. Including stuff like the Demon Heart, which gives you an extra accessory slot. They'll be boosted out of you as items. I can see that being semi-useful. I'll keep an... I don't like how the urn looks. I'm hearing strange noises. I do not like them. Alright. What does that one do? Like, I'm not gonna use them because he's gone, but I'm curious as to what that's like. What are the odds on it? Because it doesn't seem like they're very good odds. Yeah. Like, the urn's just kind of a funny concept. That one, like, all of that stuff I knew wouldn't be beneficial, but also, man. Actually, where am I going?
We wish to go to crab time.
Yeah, but I don't use alcohol items.
We're gonna attempt.
Yeah, like these just seem kind of funny. Not my type of thing to play around with, but they do seem funny.
Dang it. We'll try these little guys this time.
Fish stock sounds kind of funny. I think we got him. Got him! Uh-oh, we got goblins. Crab defeated. I'm wondering if the relics are making the noise. Desert Scourge. we got the goblins.
That's a bunch of them. Blood moon right at end of the stream. I hope not. We already had one today. I'm gonna have to check to see what boss we have next, because I haven't even opened the stuff, opened the Crabulon.
Whee!
Though the good news with this is we will be able to find the Goblin Tinkerer after this. Which means we can get the Tinker's Table and Rocket Boots. Both of which are very beneficial. Not that I have most of the stuff for the boots. Genuinely, he is. Unfortunately, he is also a scammer. That's a little interesting to me that the goblins can show up earlier now, because usually they don't show up until after the World Evil boss.
No, not the cat!
It's okay, the cat will come back. Different name, but we'll get another cat, don't worry. That's the goblins. What did we get from here? A puff shroom. Ooh, that'll be handy. Stress pills. Permanently increase. I'll use that. Hang on, I gotta see this. Mushroom. I haven't broken them, no. Stress pills. What is this one? What is that? Increases max minions. Oh, our cat's name is Garfield now. %1 crimson. Wait, 1% crimson? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did I say that right? What do you mean 1% crimson? And yes, I have stress pills. I will not be equipping them, because I forget to use my rage. Are they? Yeah. Well, it's for Revengeance. I'm playing on the harder one, so that could explain why it comes earlier. Youngster's gift. Stress pills. Guess I got lucky. Look at this rogue weapon, it throws mushrooms! That's hilarious! Let me see what these little mushrooms do. What's up? Oh, it's locked, hang on. Okay. Come back, little mushroom. It is. That's not too surprising. Good band.
I dare. Not you dare.
It's Bilo! She broke in because the door was locked.
I slammed the door down and broke.
Yep.
Hi. Ice pack.
I put that in. Breaking and entering, yeah. Mushroom hat cap. I will put it in my blocks. Woohoo. I haven't made the wall. I haven't put walls back here, but it's platform. So I can't drop through silent blocks, but I can jump through platforms. Woohoo! Get rid of the spiky balls. I won't use those. No, I put it in my garbage can.
Oh, okay. Throughout spiky balls, I think someone would appreciate that.
Alright, what's next on the list? The Eater.
Hey, I have a bond that looks like that.
The Eater. I promise you he's a lot bigger than your Bond. Mostly kind of moves like this. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Just let me know either way.
Yeah, that's fine. Bye, people. See you Fridays. Kara says to tell you all, meow, 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 meow. She tells her to do that. You saw that?
Translate that how you will.
Pretty sure there's swear words.
You can't say that on stream then.
I don't know if I started. She gave me a message to say I am saying it. The cat community doesn't pay attention.
Right, so something at spawn is screaming at me. Well, should we go at least investigate the, I might need some bombs, hang on. Yeah, my stacks of bombs. And a hammer. Couple campfires. Can actually make a Bast statue as well, I think. I saw that I could, I just don't remember what's in it to make it. So we'll try with the mushrooms. My little bouncy boys. Am I going the right way? No. My mushroom gang. No, that one doesn't have anything. What do you think? Should we make an arena for the big worm? Oops. Should we make an arena for the big worm? Yeah? You don't think we should even attempt it without the big worm? Without an arena? Yeah, but it's just annoying. Like, it's not... It's 1, 2, 3 right here. I don't remember if Calamity made it worse. Like my little mushroom guy? They do not sit still very well. Mushroom. Got the musket. Got a mace. That I won't use. Oh, right. worms. Oh, that healing's going to be nice. Like, it might only be one per tick, but oh my goodness, that is going to be nice. A sippy. Oof. Timed that badly. Alright, we will give the eater one attempt. One swiftness, one iron skin, one heart reach. I wonder if it's the Navy Stone that screams. I'll check later. The little stars seem a little more reliable. We'll give the eater one shot. If it goes really well, great. If it doesn't, well, that'll be next week's problem. Man, I love playing Summoner. It just feels so nice to play sometimes. Hello, Eater. Can I leave? Well, I can tell they made him definitely faster. Oh, there's more eaters. Good to know. That is not how it plays normally. I forgot to buff. I also forgot to put the campfire down. More of you. The eater's definitely faster. I lied, we're doing another attempt. We'll do one more and then we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's faster and then I think I'll check to see if there's more orbs. I haven't exactly explored underground a whole lot. Yeah, that's second phase. Oh look, there's some right there. Can I get out? Release me. Yeah, the spitting's a lot different. Eater in vanilla is usually very nothing. Yeah, like in vanilla, if you can just like go up far enough above, you kind of just don't get hit. But yeah, we managed to clean up base. I will make more houses later. I should make more now, but I will make them more later. It is 9 already. We made some more houses. We talked about foundations and how they're important. We got a Pilo cameo. And we beat the crab! And now we have Mushroom Pet that heals. I like Mushroom Pet that heals. Oh, and we have Garfield. Hang on, let me show you Garfield. Oh, no, Meowk. Did Garfield die? Anyways. Orange cat. So, next time, we're going to try and take on the Eater. The Eater of Worlds. The bugs did find Garfield. I don't think we're gonna take on the Old One's army. Doesn't... But we are solidly halfway through pre-hard mode. We have another shady salesman. The only bosses left, if we ignore the Old One's army, are... We have to go back and kill King Slime. We have the Eater of Worlds, the Hive Mind, Queen Bee, Skeletron, Deerclops, Slime God, and the Wall of Flesh. And compared to... Oh, and we have to find the Tinkerer. That is very important. We need to also build more houses. So I think next time, we'll build more houses, we'll fight the Eater, we'll find the Tinkerer, and then we'll see where we go from there. Thank you everybody for coming, and I will see you next week.